So on the personal stories, I'm still at 1990, the summer period, when a few things happened. One, in terms of professional perspective, the perspective was looking bright, because even if I ended with mass media collaboration, Radio Sweden, Helsinki Sanomat, Newsweek, and so on, I hooked up with the American Embassy. It wasn't clear, but there were chances. Then Socrates had some ideas, we tried them, some of them worked. And there was enthusiasm, freedom, and a lot to hope and look forward to. True, I also considered at one point I have to find new ways to make money, to use the capital accumulated, and looked on one of the new newspapers out in print, announcements where people offered services, apartments for rent and whatnot, and business ideas, or looking for best business connections. One of them was saying, you give me a few $1,000s, I forgot how much, 3, 4, and I will give you back the money in a couple of months with 30% interest. So instead of 3,000, 4,000, attractive. I said, okay, well, let's do that. And contacted, this is an ad, looked for and found with Adrian, my best friend then. And it sounded interesting indeed. We called the man, we said, okay, I'll give you the money, but we have to be covered. We made the notary sign the approved stamped act, which said he has to give me back I gave him a loan, and I don't know how it was worked out. I think it was said I am giving him $4,000, and he has to give me back $4,000 to avoid the loan shark aspect. Nevertheless, it was not good enough, even if it was signed, stamped, and so on. In a court, the judge would say, well, right, you gave him $4,000, he will give you back $4,000, but that's $4,000. He may not have the $4,000 in dollars. We're in Romania, we're not in the US or whatever. So he has to give you $4,000 in a currency. And the official rate was a few times, 5, 10 times, I don't know, 20 times less than the unofficial rate. In other words, to cut a long story short and explain it briefly, he would give me 5, maybe 10 times less than what I gave him. And there was not much I could do about it. And it's the case, let me see if I have time. Well, a little bit. It was, to some extent, like the story with the Asian man, as told in Charlie Wilson's War by Philip Seymour Hoffman. There's this Asian, I don't know if Chinese, but man, who has horse, the horse runs away, and the village comes to villagers complain, oh, it's so terrible, the horse run away. We shall see. Indeed, the horse comes back with some other wild horses. And the same people come again and say, oh, it's wonderful you have so many horses now. Well, shall we see? Indeed, again, the son, while trying to tame the wild horses, falls off and breaks a leg, or a leg and an arm. Oh, it's so terrible the reaction is now. Well, we shall see. So he has this Zen attitude throughout. Because indeed, he is injured, but when the recruiters from the army come around, he's accepted because he's injured. And again, there's a feeling that he should be happy in the neighborhood. But he says we shall see. So, in other words, we never know. In my case, this bad scenario with this guy who didn't pay, looked like he would pay 5 times less or more, or less. Had a pathway to some kind of happiness, and we shall see.